different back then because if you trash talked, you had to back it up, not by scoring, but physically. I mean, there were, if it got into it, you're going to get in a fight, like a real fight, not like, push and hold me back fight, not one of those. You're going to really go at it. So, and you had to back it up. Like Larry Bird was one of the most well-known trash talkers. He never talked trash to me that much because he knew I didn't care and I'd foul him really hard. But
did you ever do that?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So give me an example of a game you're playing. Obviously, you're not guarding Larry Bird, but if there's a switch,
I guarded Larry Bird.
You at Absolutely. 7 feet tall?
Absolutely.
They had you guard Larry Bird?
Well, because
you're a center, though. I don't understand.
Yeah, but you got Kevin McHale, you got Parrish, and you got Bird.
You got to guard
6'10",
one of them.
6'11", 7 foot. So, with me.
So there were games where we're not talking about a switch with a pick and roll. No. We're talking about you were assigned to guard Larry Bird.
Sure. If we wanted to put, say, Terry Cummings, 6'9", strong guy, we're going to put him on Parrish.
I got you.
We'll put him on Parrish. And guess what? We're not going to waste any of his fouls because he's got to score. I can foul Bird.
So Bird would say the guy that would be guarding him when he was having a good night, which was many nights, I got this guy in the torture chamber, right?
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever feel like you were in the torture chamber when you were guarding Larry Bird?
If he was out on the floor and they cleared the side, absolutely, especially in the Boston Garden, and everyone's going, oh, here it comes.
Can you just explain to people what that's like? I mean, you're obviously a hell of a career. What is it like to be guarding one of the best players to ever play the game in Larry Bird, who I idolized my whole life, in the Boston Garden? What is that like?
It's really, to me, it's like highlights. I mean, we had game 7s in the Boston Garden. I mean, that place was just, the floor was terrible, by the way. If you dove on the floor there, you're going to get scraped by a screw or some piece of wood sticking out. But the ambiance in there and the fans who were rowdy and crazy and said crazy stuff. I know Draymond Green had someone kicked out in Milwaukee for saying something. Hell, we would have had to kick out the whole Boston stands if we kicked them out for saying stuff. But
what do you think is like the worst?